and welcome back to my channel, and happy Foundation Friday and Natural November. I have a special foundation for you guys today, and it might be a dupe for one of my go-to expensive foundations. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, give me a little thumbs up, and let's do this. All right, team. So what I mean by dupe is it's basically almost the exact, in my opinion, finish and formula to my favorite, one of my favorite foundations, which is the MER foundation. Now, I don't want to confuse you. This is not in price tag, unfortunately, but if you love the MER foundation and you are looking for a natural version of it, one that is anti-aging packed ingredient-wise, as well as much cleaner, cruelty-free, then this one might be for you. I was just recently introduced to 37 Active. That is what this brand is called. It's called 37 Actives, and it is actually developed by a doctor. The doctor is an MD, has a PhD, and has an FAAD, which I don't know what that means, but I will obviously put it in the description box if I can. Obviously I'll find out what that means. But so this is a doctor created brand. It is a baby brand. This is an indie brand. It's new. So it is kind of just starting out. The color selection is not my favorite thing in the whole entire world. It only has 3 colors, but there is a deep one that is a beautiful, rich, deep tone, as well as medium and light. You're going to see this a lot this month, is that I'm talking about a lot of indie brands and their baby brands, and unfortunately they can't come out with 12 million different shades, although I would have liked to see a little bit more of an expansive shade range with this brand. But let me tell you about the positives. So the positives are, this is a high-performance anti-aging treatment foundation, okay? It has buildable coverage, absolutely agree. It has a natural-looking finish, so it's more of a skin finish, so it's going to be great for everybody from combination to dry skin. Even oily skin would be great with this foundation. That just needs to be prepped the appropriate way, so with the right primer. It has anti-aging benefits for an all-day, they say luminous finish, but to me it's just a skin finish. Never before has a foundation partnered so powerfully with anti-aging ingredient arsenal on par with 37 Actives. This foundation is non-comedogenic, so it's great for acneic skin. It is definitely going to help calm down redness in the skin. It's going to also cover it. It is a pro-collagen foundation. It has a radiance to it. It helps increase barrier function. It helps create or support DNA defense. It has antioxidant ingredients in it. It also has ingredients for cellular renewal as well as aging reversal. And I'll tell you that it's talc-free, mica-free, non-acneic, no parabens, phthalates, sulfates, propylene glycol, no fragrance at all, no animal or human ingredients, and it's obviously cruelty-free. It also has caffeine, resveratrol, which is an antioxidant. It also has peptides, squalene, sunflower oil. It has all the ingredients are organic and plant-derived. Now, it does have a derivative of dimethicone in it, which I was trying to get away from in the foundations for this month, but it says that all the ingredients are plant-based. I did reach out to the company and they haven't gotten back to me quite yet, so I will list it around here if they've gotten back to me by the time this video goes live. There is a new form of dimethicone that is plant-based, that is kind of an exciting new discovery that people are using, and I'm just wondering if that's what this is. It's also recyclable glass as well as recyclable packaging. So now you know why I had to talk about this foundation. And it's so jam-packed with those most amazing ingredients. It's so much cleaner than the MER foundation. And I know a lot of you guys say, I love the MER foundation, but I can't stand the fragrance or it breaks my skin out. So here is your clean version, and let's get into it. I've done enough jabbering. All right, so my favorite way to apply it is you have to shake the bottle. This says to use your hands or to use your brush. I really enjoy this with either my hands or with my beauty blender, to be honest. The reason being is I just love the way that it pushes into the skin. So you can really use this any way that you want. We will go into natural light like we normally do, because you've got to see the skin, you guys. You have got to see it. It goes on very, very quickly. Like I said, it has absolutely no scent to it, so it smells like nothing, which is great. It feels very lightweight on the skin. When I wore it recently, I got a ton of compliments on my skin, and I am going to try to cover up, let me pull my hair back for you guys, and I am going to try to cover up this hyperpigmentation right here, but it does such a nice job. I would say this is a definitely, when you kind of do it with a beauty blender, it's a medium coverage. That's why I think this foundation would be fantastic for aging skin, not only the skincare ingredients, but also just the make and finish of the foundation is really, really special. It reminds me, like I said, so much of the MER foundation, and it is so much cleaner. Now, a lot of doctors, you know, have no problem with dimethicones. Y'all know what I feel about them, but it is really a personal decision for you whether it is an ingredient that works for you or not. The reason why they put it in there is because it helps smooth out any fine lines. It helps give a smoother canvas. So that is what they use it for. Okay. So fantastic, that went on very quickly. I'll get in real close so you guys can see how really beautiful this foundation is and how gorgeous the skin looks. When I've used it in the past, I do set it with just a very little bit of powder, but it does dry down quite nicely. So if you have extremely dry skin or dehydrated skin, I don't think you need to set this. The price point, oh, I didn't tell you, is $165. It's pretty pricey. I mean, it is kind of stupid pricey, but I mean, that's basically what the MER foundation is, and it really acts quite just the exact same as MER. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go finish up my makeup. We're going to go into natural light, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, love, so I just wanted to give you a quick check-in. This is everything on. I think it looks so beautiful. I did end up setting this with my Hourglass Mineral Veil powder, and that's basically it. So let's go into natural light. All right, here we are in natural daylight. I will scooch you way in so you can see how everything looks. What do you guys think? Look how great it looks on the forehead. I just, like I said, I don't love it underneath the eyes. I think concealer will be better. So yeah, this to me is an exact dupe for the MER foundation. It's going to be an investment. Absolutely, a little bit goes a long way. Don't kill me for doing a $165 foundation, but when I tried it for the first time, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to tell my girls about this, because if you want a healthier version, the only bad thing I see in there is dimethicone. In my opinion, a lot of people have no problem with it, but it's free of so many things. It has so many great anti-aging benefits in it that are actually a little bit more towards the top of the ingredient list, which is beneficial and what we like to see. And so yeah, and you know, I just think it's great. So let's see how it wears. I wore it for about 4 hours the first time I wore it, and it was totally fine. It didn't even barely move. It does not really talk about, though, that it's a super long wearing foundation. It just says that it is a lightweight, buildable, all of those things we already talked about. So I definitely think you could get at least 8 hours out of this foundation. You might have to touch up around the nose or something like that, but I mean, just get out of here with this skin. It's so gorgeous. I don't think it would sink into any fine lines. It is so lightweight. And you need so little of it. I just don't think it would sit into fine lines or wrinkles, even on the forehead. I just don't think it would do it. So yeah, so I hope I introduced you to a new brand. Let's see how it wears, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey loves, we are about 4 hours later, and it is looking real good. I'm definitely getting a little shiny right in here, but what I would have done is probably used a more mattifying powder in the center of my face, which I actually recommend a lot for you guys, is to use a little bit more of a mattifying primer. Since I've been using all that great skincare and that laser treatment, my skin is definitely normaled out, and so I am getting that kind of really great natural glow, but this is what it looks like about 4 hours later. I'm loving it. It's wearing really, really well. You guys can see everything. All right, so I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Bye. Hi loves, so it is much later than I expected, and that's why we are back in the studio. You can actually hear my daughter and my husband playing downstairs, but it is actually 9.5 hours total of wear time, and there's no sun out anymore, so I had to come in the studio. So this is what it looks like after about 9.5 hours. I think it still looks really pretty. It definitely has worn off of my nose right here and a little bit right here because I was eating some pasta. But it wore off here, which almost every single foundation does on me. I touch my nose a lot, and so there's not much I can do about that. I would have obviously touched this up if I really wanted it to, but I think the skin still looks really pretty, glowy, dewy. Definitely the price point is a little steep. I'm sorry about that, but I just had to share with you because it's just such a good foundation. I mean, it just really, really is. And I really, really enjoyed it, and I've been really enjoying it. It is right up there with some of my favorite foundations. So, in my opinion, is this foundation great for all skin types? Yes. Oilier skin, though, the only thing is that you would definitely need to prep your face with your favorite primer before you actually put on the foundation. I want to try this now with a primer. I would like to try this with something like the Tatcha primer or the Too Faced Hangover primer. That's really what I'm going to give this a go again. You'll see this throughout the rest of the month too. I'll list it in the description box when I wear it and what primer I use. But I'm very happy with it. I think it looks really, really pretty. And this is actually Zoeva, another palette of theirs, and it's stayed on so, so well. Nothing has moved. So, I don't know. Would you guys try this foundation? Again, color selection, totally, totally lame. But I just couldn't not show you guys this. I just could not show you this foundation because it is so gosh darn good. And such a dupe in texture, in feel, in performance of the MER foundation, but way, way, way cleaner. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys like this foundation, and I am so excited for the rest of the month. And so I'll see you guys on Sunday. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, you guys.